Eric, and this is the Gateway Log, where I talk about my experiences doing gateway tapes, really anything metaphysical, and I just report it to you. Today, I'm following up on January 22nd through this morning, where I did a handful of meditations. And again, it's been one of those weeks where there hasn't been a lot of fireworks, and I've been listening to this book, Becoming Supernatural. And, there's a few meditations in that I tried. And I learned like a new breathing technique from Joe Dispenza, which might have helped this morning, but I'll get into that in a little bit. So, January 22nd, I did the Free Flow Focus 12 on the actual gateway tape of this one, where Bob Monroe is the narrator. And I clicked out pretty quickly. And when I came back, I had a slight flash of gray alien faces, but I couldn't be sure if that came from the click out time where I just wasn't there, or if that was just a sudden memory from before. But the fact that I saw it, I was like, well, I'll notate it, but I don't know if that was necessarily related. But otherwise, it was very quiet. Then I moved over to the Focus 12 Free Flow in the Expand app, which doesn't have any narration. It's just, binaural beats, and you're just kind of listening there. And one thing I do notice is that I usually wear a sleeping eye mask. And when I do so, if I open my eyes, everything's completely pitch black. But if I'm like laying on the floor and there's like light coming from a window and I put the black eye mask on and then I close my eyes, I can see where the light's coming from. It's really weird. And if I turn my head, the light stays in place. And it's not that I just saw the light and then it's just sitting there fresh behind my eyes. Like, this is over the course of an hour. I always see that light coming from that area. And I've noticed it more and more the last couple of weeks, like laying in bed. I'm like, if the bathroom light is on, I'll see it with this on and my eyes closed. So, some folks like, oh, that means you're not seeing with your eyes, you're seeing, with energy and seeing the photons or whatever. I don't know. I'm just making a note of it. Outside of that, I didn't really get any other visuals, so it was just kind of boring. But then I did make what they call a mind movie. So this was something from Becoming Supernatural, where you essentially, like in the gateway tapes, you do patterning, where you think of things as if they've already happened, and you just kind of picture life and you getting those things, or you having those things. And so I had 4 or 5 very specific goals in mind that I've talked about in past videos. But I decided to make a mind movie, which is where you go into a video editor. I AI generated a bunch of images of myself being in places that I want to be in life, like the dream house, the car, abundance, spirituality, going to the Monroe Institute. Like, I made essentially a 3.5-minute video, and then you're supposed to link it up with a song. So it's like you're subconsciously programming yourself. So I picked Better Days by Goo Goo Dolls. And, and I watch it in the morning when I wake up, and I watch it at night before I go to bed. And so that just, and a lot of this stuff is with a part of my patterning. So it's just, I don't know, we're testing it out, On January 23rd, I did Focus 12 Free Flow, and I was pretty tired at 9 p.m., and I clicked out, and I don't remember anything, and I was really disappointed when I woke up, or when I came back. I did have a dream last night where I was walking beside Michael Keaton on the side of the street, and I was joking with him that he was 90 years old. And then I imagined, like shortly after that, I was in a hibachi restaurant, and I was with my family, and like my dad and, a bunch of kids came and all that. And we had called ahead, and they didn't have enough seats for all of us, and they blamed us for the problem. I don't know, it was weird. So this morning I got up and I did Free Flow Focus 15 and Focus 21. So when I was doing Focus 15, I was relaxed, but it was very blank. And then I decided to do the Joe Dispenza breathing, which is you're supposed to contract your muscles down at the bottom. And, as you do that, you breathe in, and then you imagine, that your spinal fluid, I guess, going up through the top of your head. And what it's supposed to do is awaken your third eye, your pineal gland. And there's a lot of chemistry to it. If you read the book, it goes into it. But it's essentially supposed to open up your third eye. I did that, and shortly after I did it, yeah, things started to come alive a little bit. I started to see the blue and white tunnels that I typically see. Um, and then I was able to get my body rotating like a log, where I got the feeling that I was detaching. But I never come out. I just feel like I'm rotating. And that was pretty cool. And then after coming out of 15, I decided I'm going to actually listen to the tape where he walks you through doing like a 6-minute breathing exercise. And I did it. My mind was pretty like, okay, let's go. So I jumped back in for Focus 21, and my visuals definitely came back. So I was able to rotate, and I felt like I was able to lift and sink and move. Like I haven't really been able to do that recently. And then at some point I heard a guy, in his voice. It was like I dropped in mid conversation, and he was like, "You just don't understand." And he was just, I don't know who he was fighting with or what, but I heard it. It was kind of like turning the dial on a radio. It was weird. And then I flashed, and then I'm outside of Earth, but I'm not so far outside Earth. Like it's like I'm there, and I see the horizon, and I see the curvature of the planet, and I see clouds below me. But I feel like I'm like just at the cusp of the atmosphere, where there's just a little bit of blue, and I'm in there. It was just a flash, and then I felt like I was descending towards it, and then it went away. So it was really, really vivid. And when I say vivid, probably 50-60% vivid, where I don't have like that black curtain covering it. And then I was laying there very relaxed, and then I had that sensation where I felt like somebody was circling me, and I counted 5 times I was circled. It was like there was light, and then there was a black shadow, and then there's light, black shadow, and it's like at different variations. I've also noticed that I recently, like this has happened a few times, and I didn't really note it, but there's times where I'm laying there and I'm in like a relaxed state, and then I start to feel like electricity. It's like a 60 cycle hum, but it's like flop, 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 and I feel it through my body, and I don't hear it the whole time. It's like I only clue into it when I'm at a certain frequency. So it's like I'm grounding, and I don't know if that's electronics around me or what, but it's very distinct when I feel it, and I feel like I'm just a conduit of electricity. It's not from my body. I feel like it's an external thing coming in. So that was today, and I'm continuing to do what I do, and try out the tapes, and nothing else to report. But I think going forward, I'm going to try these breathing exercises to see if it jump starts my mind. But with that, if you have any suggestions, anything that you've seen, I'd love to hear it. And as always, my name is Derek. I'm not here to convince you, just telling you what I experienced. But this is the Gateway Log, and I'll see you at the next one.